朝の光眩しく Wake up!
Hello everyone, welcome back. Panda Corporation's here. I'm Pantalon Panics and I'm back with another Osu video. Today we're going to talk about spinners and streams. The majority of players who need to get better at Osu are really only lacking in reflex and coordination, both of which can be trained through repetition. The other half of getting better in anything is learning techniques for specific situations, in Osu's case, spinners and streams. Let's start off with spinners. There's three essential parts to successfully completing a spinner: the reaction, the circles, and the recovery. The anticipation of a spinner is the second biggest obstacle of completing a spinner for most people. When you're playing a song for the first time, it's like sight reading for music. You don't know what to expect, and sometimes a spinner can catch you off guard. If you've played a song more than once, you will generally know where the spinners are and will be able to react fast enough for them. There's no real fix at getting better at this part, except from knowing the song. For sight reading a song, you just need to work on reflexes, which can be trained simply by playing more Osu. The next biggest part to Osu that no one likes is actually doing the spinner. There's a lot of ways that people try to do this, and for the most part, a lot of people are not good at spinners. Spinners initially, people are either good or bad at the start, and this will dictate how hard or easy it is to get better at spinners. There's nothing to be ashamed of though. There are professionals who are amazing at the game who suck at spinners. Spinners don't necessarily add too much to the score unless you're competing for SS, because spinners will only add a tiny bit to your score. Keeping the combo up is much more important. You may think that the way to practice spinners would be to simply do spinners, and you're right, but it seems that the return results are minimal. So what other ways can you practice spinners? One of the best ways to practice spinners is to go slowly, and I mean slowly turn your mouse in circles. Try your best to keep the circles as perfect as possible. You don't need to turn your mouse in small circles. In fact, medium-sized circles would probably be your best bet. Why? The over-exaggeration of the circle will teach your hand the muscles it needs to use, so you can spin at a smaller radius. But why spin at a small circle? Two reasons. One, to spin faster. You cover more circumferential distance if you spin smaller circles, and it's faster to move in small circles than larger circles. The second is recovery. After you finish a spinner, you will need to be ready for the next note. If you keep the circle small, you know where your mouse is so that you can move properly to the next note. Other than knowing where your mouse is upon completing a spinner, the next best way to recover is to keep your mouse in small circles in the center, so you will always know where your mouse is. It's easier to do a spinner on tablet than it is on mouse for most people. This is tied to the reason that tablet is easier to pick up than mouse is. In most cultures around the world, people use some sort of pencil or pen in education, or some sort of writing utensil. At this point, we're trained to use that kind of tool for our life. Because of this, we're more in tune with accuracy and precision and speed required when writing words. That translates over to using the tablet on Osu. Next, we have streams. The thing most people do on streams is spam. The problem is that spamming is usually off sync of what the actual tempo of the song is, and you will notice a gradual change from 300s to 100s to 50s and then to X's. The point of a stream is to keep at one consistent pace. There's always a beat to a stream, and the way to find that beat is to listen to the beat of the song itself. The tempo of the stream is going to flow at an interval with relation to the original BPM of the song. If you really can't tell, start off with your spamming speed, and every time try to slow down and see if you can hit the right tempo. There's a reason you slow down too. If you speed up, that's going to be harder to do since you've already spamming at your max speed generally. Slowing down is actually going to yield better results usually, because most people spam faster than the actual tempo of the song. That being said, there's no real way to practice streams besides doing them. Practicing spamming the keyboard isn't going to help as much as it sounds. Since the biggest problem people have is timing, learning to spam faster isn't going to be as beneficial as it may first seem. In summary, to practice streams, you just have to keep doing them. Make sure not to break your fingers in the process though. And for spinners, practice slowly. That will be all for today's episode. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below, and if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button. If you want to see more of these videos, please leave a comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching, everyone.